And then there's the issue of free speech and protest rights. Murphy warns that dissent itself could be punished. He drew comparisons to countries like China, Iran, or Cuba, where speaking out against the government can land you in jail or take you off the air. Now, hearing that, you might think, okay, but America isn't like that, right? But Murphy's argument is that we shouldn't wait until it gets that extreme. If we see even the smallest moves in that direction, it's worth paying attention. Do you agree with that line of thinking, or do you think it's alarmist? Now, to be fair, not everyone buys into Murphy's warnings. Supporters of Trump, and even some neutral voices, argue that this is just politics. Presidents have always used influence to push for certain outcomes. They'd say persuasion is not the same thing as coercion. And to them, Murphy is framing normal political behavior as something sinister. So the question becomes, where do we draw the line between persuasion, which is part of politics, and coercion, which can be illegal? Murphy is trying to address this through legislation. He's introduced something called the No Political Enemies Act. The idea is to create stronger protections for people who believe they're being targeted for political reasons, making it easier for them to fight back in court by pointing to the First Amendment. Now, whether that would pass or even work in practice is another story, but it does show that he's not just complaining, he's trying to put some guardrails in place. He also had a pretty direct message for Republicans. He asked, when is enough enough? Basically saying, at what point do members of Trump's own party step in and say, okay, this isn't acceptable? And that raises another interesting question for us. Do you think party loyalty sometimes gets in the way of protecting democratic norms?